Yeah, you just my type, not just one night. Trying to do this right for the rest of my life. You don't know you're beautiful, what are you, blind girl? Smiling at the ground, you ain't gotta be shy, girl. Beautiful in and out, trying to make you my girl. Doing everything I can to bring you into my world. Yeah, show you the finer things, not materials. Talk about what time can bring. Listen, everyone else.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Curvy Girl Makeup. Today I have for you my very first collab video. I am collabing, is that a word? Collaborating, collabing with Clarissa Caroline here on YouTube, and we're doing spring foundation routines. I am representing you dry skin girls, and Clarissa is doing the oily version, her version of her spring foundation routine. So there will be links on the bottom for her video. Go on over and check her out. Tell her I sent you. Give her some love and subscribe. She's great. She has some awesome tutorials. She comes up with some great looks and different ideas, and she's fresh as a daisy. So yeah, go check her out. I had fun making this video. I've never done makeup on camera before, so be kind. And yeah, I guess let's just get right into it. Okay, now that I have you zoomed in, you can see this is me with no foundation. Let me zoom you out a little bit, just a tiny bit. This is me. You can see my bags are very accentuated. I'm going to be looking over this way because this is where my mirror is, and I might be using the viewfinder at times, so if I'm looking back and forth from side to side, mirror's here, viewfinder's here. So anyway, as you can see, I do have bags under my eyes here, dark circles. I do, like if I shut the light off, you can see I do have some areas just of redness, and now you could really see the redness under my eyes here. So, contrary to popular belief, I don't have perfect skin. Sorry to inform you of that, but what can I tell you? Anyway, I've already prepped my skin with my Aveeno Clear Skin Daily Moisturizer. This is the base moisturizer I always use under every other moisturizer. And normally when I go to put my foundation on, or for the day or for the night for work, I use the MAC Strobe Cream. When you look at this cream, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but I'll put some out on my hands. MAC's Strobe Cream, if you can see, has like an iridescence about it. Oh, there you go. You can see the shininess. It has an iridescence to it. And what it is it has like pigments in it to make your skin glow. So for me, when my skin is dry and dull, MAC's Strobe Cream, great for the winter. And I use it over or under my makeup. And then for my eyes, I use the MAC Fast Response Eye Cream. I do like this. My bags are nowhere near. I mean, when you look at me straight on, the bags here have reduced quite a bit, and this was one of the helps that I had. So, my skin is prepped with my moisturizers. The next thing that I go in with is the Too Faced Hangover RX. This is a primer, but some people do use it as an extra moisturizer, which is the way I use it because I have dry skin. So this is made with coconut water, electrolytes, and probiotics, and it's silicone free. So it doesn't have that slippery silicone-y feel. It is more like a cream. And on the bottom it says, "We love your skin even when you don't." So, and it comes in a convenient pump, so what I'm going to do is just take a couple of pumps, and it looks like this. And then I am going to just spread that between my fingers and spread it over the face, making sure to get everywhere. And don't forget your neck, ladies. Your neck is important. It is part of your skin. So already you can see that my skin has a better glow about it. It's not so blotchy. Alright, so after I put the Hangover RX on, the next thing I go to is a primer. And my fave primer is the Too Faced Primed and Poreless. This is oil-free, smooth, skin smoothing face primer for sensitive skin. And yes, it does contain silicone, so it does have that silicone-y feel. So what I do is I just take a little ball of about that much of primer, and then I just rub it between my fingers. And what I do first is press it. I like to press it in the areas where my pores show the most. And I'm going to press it over my cheeks, my nose area, my chin, and my forehead. And then I'm going to take it and just gently spread. Okay. Nice and primed. Now we are ready to go. Now, since this is my spring foundation routine, I like to use more luminous type of foundations in the summer. Normally, I wear them all year. Let's put it this way. I have dry skin, so whatever. But in the winter, sometimes when I'm going out or whatever, I do like a nice velvet matte look to my face. But in the summer, we all like to glow. Let's put it down, right, girls? So two of the higher end foundations, where is my head, that I like to use is the NARS Sheer Glow, and I am in the color Santa Fe, and the Lancome Tente Miracle, and I am in the color and Bisque 1N. I don't know if you could see it, but it has this iridescence about it. This is really pretty. This has, if you have oily skin, I would not suggest you use the Miracle, because it does, when you see it in the bottle, it has this sheen to it. So this is not going to be good for you oily skin girls. And for a drugstore option, I love the L'Oreal True Match Lumi for their the summertime. It's light, it goes on great, covers everything you need to cover. It's beautiful. So I guess I'm going to do the drugstore one today. This is in the color N5 True Beige, and I am definitely a true beige, and I tend to have more yellow undertones, except for the areas where I have a little redness, so I like to stay in the neutral to the warm side. So, has a pump. I'm just going to take a couple pumps, well, a couple or three, onto my hands. And the brush that I'm using today is the Velvet Flat Top Kabuki. It's a little dirty. I like this one a lot. It's kind of similar to the F80 one from Sigma, but this one is a little bit more dense and it is velvety soft. So I'm going to dip my brush and pick up some of the foundation, and then I'm going to, what I do is stipple it across the face, and I always start in the middle because this is where you want the heaviest amount of foundation. I'm going to go back into my hand and stipple it in. You want to push the product into the skin. Pick up the rest of the product. I want to make sure I'm in frame so you can see me. And then what I'm going to do is, on the outer edges, I'm going to blend. So after pushing it into the skin, I'm going to blend the edges. And don't forget to take it onto your neck. My nose always, my nose always gives me the hardest amount of trouble. Hardest amount of trouble. The hardest time. I can't keep foundation on my nose for some reason. Well, forgive me if this is kind of kooky. It's my first time actually applying makeup on camera, so I guess it's something I gotta get used to. So, as you can see, this is pretty much, let me turn the light off, a perfect match for me. It is same color as the neck, and it does a pretty good job of covering up the red, but you can see I still have a little bit here and here. So what I'm going to do is take like a half a pump onto my hand, just a little bit, and I'm going to stipple it into the brush, and I'm just going to reapply it to this area. Notice I'm avoiding the very bottom of my under eyes. The reason being is that you don't want to layer your foundation on top of your concealer, because that's what causes the biggest offender for causing creasing under the eyes. You want to save the concealer, your eyes, just for your concealer. So this is looking like it's good. Alright, so that's that. The next thing you're going to know I do is I go in with my concealer. And there's a couple of concealers that I like to use. One drugstore option is the Fit Me from Maybelline. And then I have the what is this one? It's so old, I don't even remember what it is. It's the moisture whatever one from MAC. I mean, you can't even read MAC on the bottle. It's so old. Well, not so old, but I've used it so much. This is probably like, maybe a year and a half ago, but it's still good. But for drugstore's sake today, I will use the Fit Me. And what I do is it's on a wand, and what I do is I just stripe, and then over here, stripe. So you're going to look like a football player for a few, but it's okay. So what I'm going to do is now take the Velvet HD concealer brush. Looks like this, a little tiny head. Love this brush, it's pretty dense. And I take this and I work in my concealer. So what I'm going to do is start in the corner without going directly under the eye, and I'm again going to pat it into the skin. And you can see how it starts blending. Hopefully you can see. I hope it's not too bright. Maybe if I move my mirror back, you won't get so much of the brightness. So I'm going to work it in, and then again blend out the edges. And same with this side. I'm going to try and turn so you can see me. I'm going to pat it into the skin. Don't forget to get up into this corner part. And then I just use my finger to pat it. Getting up into the corner, using my finger to pat it out, and then work it under the eye. This also helps protect your under eye area, because your under eye area is very delicate, and you don't want to be with your brush because you're going to pull it and tug it. So gently patting your concealer into the skin does a lot better for your skin. And then go around the edges here and blend it. I'm not one into that V thing. That's just not me. Of course, because I'm the over 40 crowd, I have things that I don't want to accentuate, so I'm basically just working my concealer here to cover any problematic areas under the eye. And after I do that, I go back with my foundation brush and I'm going to blend around the edges. This will help make it a seamless fade from your concealer into your foundation. Alright, now that you have this beautiful canvas, you want to make sure you're going to set this canvas. And honestly, I wouldn't be taking this much time in between setting and patting out my concealer, because the longer you wait, the more time you get to crease, and if you powder over a crease, you're going to set the crease. So normally what I would do is I'm going to go in and make sure I don't have any creases under here, and the minute I stop doing that, I'm going to go in with my powder and my brush, pick up some powder, dot it off, and I'm going to go right under the eye. Pat it off, right under the eye. And that is going to, you can see it's like, you might see like a little shadow, but there is no dark circle left. And sometimes I like to roll it around or pat it in. Oh, by the way, this is the Sigma F25 tapered kabuki. This is the big one, tapered face. I love this brush. I use it for under my eyes. It's super soft. My suggestion is, again, under the eye, you want to use something super soft because it is a delicate area. And the powder I'm using is Too Faced Absolutely Invisible powder. And there's no color to it because it's invisible. So, after patting in and like making sure the excess is kind of off, I'm going to take my velvet powder brush. It's nice, big, white, fluffy, nice and soft. And I'm going to go into my powder, tap it off, whoa. And then I'm going to take it and set the rest of my foundation. And you know what? They say, oh, girls, you got dry skin, you don't want to set your foundation. You can, as long as you're not packing on the powder, it's okay. You always want to set your foundation because it makes it last longer. And again, I like to pat it in the center parts as I'm talking. And then blend it on the edges because you want a nice fade, you know? Perfecto! And basically that is my spring foundation routine. It's pretty much my winter as well. I just change up the type of moisturizer I use. I'll use a heavier one in the winter and maybe a heavier foundation in the winter, but for the summer I like to go for a nice and light, you know, airy kind of one. Well, I'm going to go and finish the rest of my makeup on my face, and I will be back to tell you what I used. Okay, I'm back and I finished my makeup. Don't it look lovely? Just teasing you. Anyway, what I used on the rest of my face was, for bronzer, I today used my Hoola bronzer. Girl, if nobody knows what this stuff is, what rock are you living under? It's the typical nice, it's not a coolish brown side, not too warm, but makes the perfect contour. You can see a little bit of here. I don't like a real stark contour. I don't want to look like I'm contoured. I just want it to blend nicely. So with a lot of blending, I get it there. For blush, I used also Benefit's Rockateur. This is one of their boxed blushes. God, they smell so yummy. I love these. And it looks like this. It is a nice shiny rose gold blush. And it's hard to see. I like to take my blush from here up. I don't come down on the apples of the cheek because, you know, you want things to be lifted. So yeah, I don't drag my blush down too far. And for highlight, I used MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. This is very popular. It's like a champagne-y color, nice and pretty. You can see here, usually my spots of highlight are here, down the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, and the top of the forehead. You can see that shine right here. The Cupid's bow, very little bit on there. I don't like to highlight my chin. I don't like a shiny chin. I just don't like the way it looks on me, but you know, if that's your thing, you go, girl. But yeah, I like it at the top of the forehead because when the sun shines down, it hits the top of, to me, it hits the top of your forehead. So I like that little bit of glow right there. And of course, I set everything with my Makeup Forever Mist and Fix. And don't forget the lippies. I used Lime Crime Velveteen in, which one's this one? Salem. It's brown. I mean, I love it though. This is such a beautiful color. I couldn't find Wicked because Wicked's still sold out, so this was the closest one I can find. It's like a nice chocolate brown. Love it. Looks good. Makes my teeth look white. Anyway, I know I'm being a goofball. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be it my first time actually applying makeup on camera. Be kind, be gentle, don't be that harsh. But it was fun. I like doing it. I guess I've been always scared to take that step to do makeup on camera. I don't know why, but now that I've tried it, it's fun. And I just want to thank Clarissa for allowing me to do this collab with her. I had so much fun. We're going to have to do more, and I'm going to have to do some more tutorials. I'm looking forward to putting makeup on. It's exciting. So yeah, at the end of the video, somewhere here or somewhere here, there'll be a direct link you can click on to take you over to Clarissa's video. She's doing the oily skin version of the Spring Foundation. And if you're on a mobile device and you can't click on the box in the video, there will be a link for her channel and a link to the video in my description box. So, again, thanks Clarissa. And if you were sent here from Clarissa, howdy, subscribe, stay a while. We're a big family here of curvy girls. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed. And remember, beauty comes in all sizes, and I'm going to rock it for the big girls. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
The way that you flip your head gets me overwhelmed. The way you smile at the ground, it ain't hard to tell.